I survived 7 days in an abandoned city.
We just got dropped off in the middle of an abandoned city, and we're gonna spend the next 7 days here. And there goes our only way out. We are now stranded for the next 7 days.
Mark Rober. I feel like that's actually a pretty cool guy to bring on an abandoned city video, because now he's probably gonna be walking by shit. He's like, oh, you know, he's gonna be that one guy that knows random facts about fucking everything.
Are we doing this?
Oh, this is actually an old medallion.
For content.
This once beautiful city was bombed and abandoned because of war, which means the only people here are us and our cameraman. At least that we know of.
So I guess we start off by getting off the roof.
But we knew that our first objective was to explore this city and find a safe place to call home for the next 7 days.
I can't help but think that Chandler's just fried for all of these videos. Like, everyone... Like, bro's gotta be walking around just fucking, blasted. Just fucking like, oh, that's so sick. Just fucking... The entire time just having, like, this stoner reaction.
The objective was to explore this city and find a safe place to call home for the next 7 days,
where would you stay? If it's all abandoned, I'd be worried that the building would, like, collapse, depending on how old it is. I'd probably just stay somewhere, like, not a multi-storied building. I'd probably be chilling, like, right here. Whatever the fuck that building is.
Starts with exploring this building.
All right, let's see what's down the...
I took a 2,000 milligram during school. I was so cooked. What's your report card looking like?
Bottom of this building. I assume under this wood is a floor. Only one way to find out. All right, this is crazy. I feel like I'm in a zombie apocalypse. This is wild.
Oh, look at this.
And after a little more exploring, we stumbled across an area that might work for our shelter.
Oh my gosh. I think this is where we should set up camp. You can see the entire city over here.
Yeah, they could see the entire city, but it's gonna be windy as fuck. Like, they're not enclosed at all. They're just fucking... They're just on, like, a platform.
Plus, we have a roof to protect us from rain.
Wow.
It is cool. This would be the coolest place during the day.
And now that we had our home base decided, the next step was to open up the supply crate left by the helicopter on the roof.
Let's pop open this crate so we can build camp.
We need some...
Is that his brother?
Build camp.
We need some gear. Oh, whoa.
This crate contains all the survival gear we'll need for the next 7 days.
And so we don't have to carry stuff all the way down the stairs. We're just gonna drop it.
Oh. Chandler!
We have a perfect assembly line. Chris, it's raining sleeping bags.
Chandler, there's our dinner plate.
Wait, Chandler, don't let it fall.
Chandler! Yeah! That was the coolest thing we've ever done.
But jokes aside, it was time to actually start surviving now.
Who wants fire duty?
We'll get it.
We're on bed duty.
Actually start surviving, bitch. Fuck that. I just wander for 7 days. If MrBeast brought me here, I'd say, give me a vlog camera. I'll see y'all later. And just walk away. And every night, I just sleep in, like, a random-ass spot. Yeah, I'd be exploring.
Chris got started on making a fire with Mark.
I'm personally a fan of the log cabin when it comes to fires. Eagle Scout. Did I mention that yet?
While me and Chandler looked for something to sleep on.
This is what mattresses were like 100 years ago?
Wait, you found a mattress?
Yeah.
Where?
On the second floor in the corner.
They just meet one, like, cracked out homeless guy. What fucking country are they in, by the way? That would be fucking hilarious, though, if there's just, like, one weird guy that's been, like, squatting here. And it becomes, like, a he's gonna kill us type of video. They're in Croatia.
That's all you.
Thanks.
You should wrap that thing in a tarp so you don't get destroyed by bugs.
I'm gonna wrap that mattress like a burrito.
And while Chandler took his
Do
chances
you think they needed to get, like, rights to go here? Or can you just, like, pull up?
with this sketchy mattress, the rest of us decided to sleep on wooden doors.
There's no shot that you're more comfortable than me right now.
My back already hurts.
There are so many buildings we have yet to explore in this city. Tomorrow's gonna be insane. We'll see you in the morning.
Even though our first day in the city went pretty smooth, something eerie did happen to occur later that night. While we were sleeping, Mark and some of the camera guys woke up to the sound of breaking glass not far from the...
I do like that they film the entire thing rather than like you remember Bear Grylls? How he'd be like, all right, we're going to sleep. He'd film like one clip at 1 a.m. and then him and his crew would just drive to like a Holiday Inn and fall asleep and then just walk back. Like they wouldn't even actually do... Like, I respect that Jimmy actually lives here for a week rather than pulling up and recording 5 hours of footage, saying it's 3 days, and then just going home.
The camp.
I wouldn't think I was a person, though. If I was in an abandoned city and I heard glass, I'd probably presume that that'd be like an animal of sorts. I don't know what animals are in Croatia, but probably some big animal.
Which made us start to wonder if we were really alone inside this city.
What was it? I thought I saw something.
But on top of the freaky noises, this shelter was way too windy to sleep.
How'd you guys...
Nah, they gotta do a challenge and make, like, Mark sleep in a creepy basement by himself. And then you just start playing monster noises in the back. Oh, that'd be so funny. Putting acid in Mark Rober's water and then locking him in a basement for a day. New MrBeast video.
Sleep. Bad.
So
he starts, like, MacGyvering a way to get out. While he's actively on acid, he's like, if I cut my finger off and put it in this vat of acid, it will recreate an explosive response which could blast this door open and get me out.
pursuit of better sleep, we got up, got breakfast, and got prepared to find our new shelter.
I mean, this is the first time I've had chili for breakfast, but I'm so hungry.
That's disgusting. I'm not eating that. I'm letting Jimmy know right now. You see that smile? Jimmy invites anybody to pull up to that bitch. I pull up and he's like, all right, we're eating chili for breakfast. I'd say, no, I'm not. I'd go fishing. I would rather go try and kill a fish and eat it and fucking fillet it and eat it raw than eat a canned chili.
Kind of don't care.
Well, since the raft.
Somebody said you're spoiled. That's not spoiled. I just hate chili.
Never been this excited over canned chili.
I think my brain tried to forget about that. Thanks.
So after a nutritious breakfast, we took off our drone to seek out a new shelter in the unexplored buildings.
We haven't explored that building. We haven't explored those hotels. It is an actual city here.
However, upon scanning the buildings, we did stumble upon an unexpected guest.
There's a cat! There's a cat down there!
I'm gonna land the drone right beside the cat. Oh, here comes the oh!
Mark spears it. We're gonna need food for the next 7 days, guys. I was thinking, this is a miracle that we found this cat. If we didn't find this cat, I was honestly contemplating who I'd kill first and eat.
Oh, look at that shot! Chris!
Realistically, Chandler probably has the most lean meat, but Jimmy weighs the most. So, but also, you know, Jimmy's the reason I'm here. So I don't know if I'd want to do that to him.
Look! Oh, it's sniffing the camera! This cat has like no survival instinct. I promise we are not paying this cat to be an actor. As fun as playing with these cats is, we need to focus on shelter because it's gonna be freezing tonight.
And so we started our journey to find a sufficient shelter for the challenge.
Ooh. Wait, what is this?
Whoa.
This is pretty.
It just has this type of like aesthetic to it that is like beautiful even though it's ugly.
Zombie apocalypse aesthetic.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, is that a pool?
Wow!
Jimmy should really do... Have you guys ever seen the show Alone on Netflix? It's basically a show where they drop like 10 survival experts like alone in random spots of either like Alaska or like a weird island or something. And whoever survives the longest wins. And you never interact with any of the other contestants because they're fucking miles away from you. And you're kind of just on your own little area in like the wilderness, right? And the last season that I watched, they were in like some area in the fucking like Alaskan tundra-esque like shit. And there were bears and moose and bobcats and wolverines. Like there was a bunch of weird animals that could kill you. And they'll only pull you out of the game if you quit or you are deemed so unhealthy that you're going to die, right? Like, they don't actually let you die, but if they, like, check on you and you've lost 30 pounds, they'll pull you out. I would love to see Jimmy do that. Somebody said wolverines. Yeah, you don't... That's a real animal. You didn't know that? Wolverine isn't actually just an action... No, it's not. That's a Wolverine. That's a beaver. You're a fucking idiot. You think that's a beaver? Wait, Wolverine animal claws. Because they have big claws. How do people not know that? What? Y'all didn't fucking know that? And that's where they get the fucking Wolverine. I'm pretty sure that's where they get Wolverine from. Like, they have fat claws. They're terrifying. They're not common, but they're kind of cute, but, like, they're big, and they kill, like, pretty large creatures. Like, they look fucking terrifying, right? And they drop them, like, where they're not always there. Sometimes they're in warm climates or whatever. But it would be fucking hilarious if Jimmy did that with, like, 50 random people. And I think, like, 5 of them would last 20 days. But I think the majority of them would, like, break their leg or get attacked by a bear in, like, the first few days. It would be a quick challenge. I doubt you'd ever do that because somebody would probably actually die. But, like, if Jimmy ever did that challenge, I think realistically, nobody would die from starvation because he could just pull them out. But there would be somebody that would, like, fall to their death. Or drown, or freeze to death. Or just like a bear mauls them. Somebody said stop pausing. Yo, we'll see you later. We'll see you later, buddy.
This is so eerie.
Back in the day, this used to look something like this.
And after decades of rotting from being abandoned, this is what we're left with.
Wait, there's a soccer field?
The sport court!
Oh! Is that a soccer ball? Ah! I almost died.
That was actually a good kick.
Is that a soccer ball? Ah! I almost died. I bet this soccer ball is older than me.
Older than all of us, for sure.
Well, besides Mark. He's old. We have 2 options now. We can keep exploring down this cool-looking tunnel and go check out the neighborhood. Or, with the hour of light we have left, we can prep for nighttime and not freeze all night.
Not freeze.
That sounds like a good idea.
I agree.
And after spending the entire day looking for a new shelter,
I just can't get over how massive the city is.
we finally found a place fortified enough to call home.
So we don't freeze tonight, we're thinking of...
What made them pick this random spot? You pause a lot, though? Yeah, dude. Like every other fucking streamer that reacts to shit. Actually, no. Not like every other streamer, because most streamers just fucking watch the video and don't talk.
Thinking of setting up camp in this room right...
If I didn't pause the video, then I'm not reacting or commentating. Then I'm just sitting here watching it.
Right here.
We'll have a fire pit right here. We can tarp the wall right there. It's gonna be comfy.
Yeah, Mark's gonna do all that.
I said we.
The only hard part is, come over here, our current camp and all our gear is all the way over there. I hope this place really works out, because it's gonna be a lot of effort to set up.
With the sun getting low and the temperature rapidly dropping, we made our way back to the old camping spot.
I mean, how cold does it get in Croatia, though? Isn't that a pretty warm country? At night, it could drop to like 40. I mean, if they filmed this like a month ago, there's nights where it's like 35. Okay, it can get pretty cold.
Packed up to settle into the new base.
40's not bad, no, but 40 in a sleeping bag out in the open's pretty fucking cold. Like, you would want some sort of shelter.
Head into the new campsite.
The new camp, the new camp.
The new camp. Okay, we got a lot of cleanup to do to prep this for tonight.
This looks like a terrible place, but whatever.
And after finding a more weatherproof base, we spent the next few hours dragging in as many of our belongings as we could before sundown. And because it got dark so fast, we couldn't bring all of our resources to the new base. So aside from 1 water bag, cans of chili, and a couple old mattresses...
Bro, did they only bring chili, bro? What the fuck? They're not gonna eat anything else? Besides a bag of water, all of our chili, the only food that we brought for the week.
This is all we had.
Like, the other reason I wouldn't want to eat chili is because they don't have toilets. And they're shitting in, like, a bucket. Like, they got toilet paper, but they're, like, pooping in like, a fucking abandoned area, right? In, like, a fucking trash bag. That's not fun.
What does everyone think of our new place?
I like that there's no wind.
It's much warmer. Chandler?
What?
It was now the 3rd day of 7 doing this challenge. And once we got up, we continued exploring.
Be careful.
These stairs are actually steep. On this whole staircase, 3 of the stairs are normal. This beach is nice.
It actually smells like the beach.
It's because it is a beach.
Yeah.
But not too far in, something strange happened. You guys see someone?
What?
Or don't you see that reflecting thing over there under the stairs?
Oh, I do.
Jimmy, remember how we almost died the first night from glass bottle attack? I wonder if that's where
It's probably just fucking Jimmy's brother.
the glass bottles came from.
It was in this moment we realized we actually weren't alone in this abandoned city after all. And once our cameraman spotted this mysterious person on our drone, we did what anyone else would do. Let's go check it out.
Investigation.
That building is sick.
Why is this mansion beside this giant motel?
Decades ago, this hotel stood as a first-class vacation resort. But years of war turned this once picturesque property into a city of ruins.
Let's head on in. What did we
Dude,
just...
I would love to fucking just investigate abandoned areas like this, though. Not like creepy ones in the middle of the night or some shit like fucking Sam and Colby do. But like cool, just like island resorts or stuff that have been abandoned. You just fucking kind of walk around, pick up like I would just take random shit, you know? Like you could find like, not like something as stupid as a soda bottle. Like finding a soda bottle, maybe from the 60s, like that looks so cool.
Get ourselves
Why
in.
don't you? Because how often are you going to fucking stumble upon an abandoned place like this?
We totally don't wait for the cameraman to walk in the room before we go in. Anyways,
Oh, it's getting dark.
everyone stop. Stop. Candy.
We should go in there.
I'll go first.
Okay, thank you.
You think it's a Feastables bar?
What the heck? This is starting to get very
You know
eerie.
what's wild, though, is... I know the odds that somebody would do this is, like, slim. But if you really wanted to, you could go to one of these abandoned places, set up a trip mine, and just leave. And say they spray painted candy on this, and then Jimmy's like, oh, candy, walks in and just explodes. And then no one's ever gonna know, like, who it was, right? Like, you're not gonna fucking find out who set the trip mine 10 years ago or whatever.
And I think Mark should go first.
Look at how
I would never walk first in there. Not out of fear that there's, like, I would be more scared of an animal or a trap than, like, some paranormal shit. Like, I have been to an abandoned place one time when I was at an Airbnb. There was a bunch of barns and shit. And we walked around. And when I was walking through, I turned to my left. And 2 feet away from me was a sleeping raccoon. And I went, oh my God! And ran away. It might have been dead. Because I feel like it would have known that you're a pussy. Bro, I'm not getting bit by a fucking raccoon that might have rabies.
Very eerie.
It might have been dead, because I feel like it would have heard me.
And I think Mark should go first.
You got scared of a raccoon? Yeah. If you're bro, you're acting like you saw it. Okay, listen. You're walking in an abandoned barn, and everything's kind of half collapsed. It's kind of dark. And you're just turning a corner, and as you're taking a step, you look right, and then you look down, and there's just a fucking raccoon about yay big just sitting there. You're telling me you're not going to get scared? I bolted out.
Look at how deep this hallway is. Also, if you
I think it was a raccoon. I don't know what it was, actually. It was gray. It was a big gray animal, and I don't know what else would that be?
over here,
I didn't look at it long enough to discern what it was. I just went, that's an animal, I'm running. A capybara? They don't live in the fucking U.S. Could have been a possum. Oh, it might have been a possum.
you might die.
There's a very
A
non-zero
skunk? Aren't skunks black?
chance somebody could be in here and like attack us.
If someone attacked us, what do we
Yeah,
do?
it was probably a possum.
Every man for himself.
Yeah, whoever's the slowest just dies.
Whoa, what's that light? Hello? I'm creeped out now, guys.
We spent the rest of the
I really feel like this could end up being like Logan Paul in the woods type video, you know? Like, if you're really investigating an area that nobody's really been to for, like, years, I could see like a gasp and then guys,
What's that light?
I think there's a dead body.
Hello?
If I was vlogging in an abandoned place like this and I found a dead body, what do? I'm assuming you call like authorities, right? And you're like, I found a fucking dead body. But outside of that, that'd just be like traumatizing, dude.
Hello?
Yeah, you gotta report it.
I'm creeped out now, guys.
we spent the rest of the day searching for the lurker. But once it started
Well, don't upload it? Yeah, no, I'd probably scrap the video.
started getting dark, we could only hope
Maybe not scrap the video, but not scrap the video, but do a cut and be like, just do a vlog, like, at your face. Not even near the body or anything. Just be like, we found a fucking dead body and kind of explain it.
later he wouldn't be looking for us.
And now
Like, I think it's all right to explain it. You know what I mean? Like, if you were vlogging in this area and you found somebody dead, you could be like, oh my god, we found a fucking dead person. But don't, like, record it. You know what I mean? Even if you blur it out, I feel like that's also a little extreme. I would just kind of maybe go back to the camp, be like, we had to call people, you know, we found a fucking dead guy.
it's dark out. Here's what we've actually been waiting for. Give me Big Bertha. Thank you. Oh, Big Bertha. Notice how you can't see that building over there. This is the wall.
Isn't that light illegal to shine at, like, planes? Because it's like 1,000 or 1,000,000 lumens or some shit.
Building over there. This is the world's most powerful flashlight. Whoa. Now you can. Bro, I bet the fish in the ocean are tripping. Oh.
It can blind you? Yeah.
It stopped working.
How the mighty have fallen.
The pluses of our actions is we got to play with the world's strongest flashlight at night. The negatives of our actions is now we got to walk back in the dark.
That was bad timing. Way scarier going through this place at night.
Yeah,
It is.
1000%.
This really feels like the world has ended and we're just like surviving.
So to avoid being murdered in cold blood, we went back to camp.
We're back at camp.
Yes! I'll get a fire going.
I'm hungry.
There's literally only chili left.
And so with the
Bro, you know how entertaining that would be, though, if Jimmy was like, all right, we're going to take mushrooms and just walk around. You would 100% of the time have a bad trip. If you're in an abandoned building in the middle of the night and you just took, like, a bunch of fucking acid and you're like, all right, we're going to see what happens. Like, the first noise you hear, you're just going to be sent off into, like, some fucking... Oh, yeah, I'd be fucking terrified. Bro, scared of the dark? Dude, if you're in an abandoned area in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to be calm. And, like, anybody that says, oh, I'm not afraid of the dark, let me drop you in the middle of the woods. Not even somewhere that's, like, paranormal. Let me drop you in the middle of the woods. No phone, no flashlight, and it's just pitch fucking black. And I'll say, just chill here for like an hour. You're not gonna you're like, oh, that doesn't scare me. You would be fucking pissing yourself, right? Not like no, I'm not saying like, oh, 5 minutes. But if you're there for an extended period of time, your mind's gonna start fucking, the second you hear a noise, you're gonna be like, what was that? You're going to start fucking panicking. Your mind's going to start assuming what it was. And on top of that, in an abandoned area like this, they'd more likely be afraid of, like, people or maybe animals. But say I drop you in, like, the Appalachian Mountains in the middle of the night. A fucking mountain lion or a fucking bear could come up and kill you. Like, that's also scary.
The last of our supply...
You can't see anything in the middle of the night. I'm not saying, oh, you're just in your room. No shit. If you're in your fucking room in the dark, it's not that scary. Because you know there's nothing there, right? But if you're somewhere where it's kind of questionable...
Here, we're feasting! Tomorrow, if we got some tables and 7 chairs...
And more food.
That'd be awesome. But when we woke up on the morning of day 4 out of 7, we realized that we were already running...
Bro's a pussy. Oh my god, yo. It's just... This kid's been following for fucking 19 minutes. Oh, God, you're such a bad chatter, too. I'm not even gonna show your fucking chats, because Buddy's just trying to get a screeny. I'm gonna ban you. Dude said, cross your eyes, stick your tongue out, and say, ooh, woo. Fart on me, you're a pussy. God, some of these chatters, man, I just love to pay you $100 to just fucking sit in the middle of the woods and just record it. And just watch you be like,
low on supplies.
Our bag
fucking scared as shit.
of water is out of water.
Do we have more?
Point the camera at that roof. All the way over there.
I wish I had more than 100 calories in my body to go get it.
Nose goes.
What does nose goes mean?
Sounds like you're going.
He's gonna need help. He can't carry it on his own.
So Mark and Chandler set out to go all the way back to our original camping spot and get more supplies from the crate.
Chandler and I run a side quest for water.
This is a main quest.
While they get the water, we don't want to be useless.
I could use $100. I'm not actually going to pay you $100 to do it. You realize how hard that would be? I don't even know who you are. I would have to fly you to a specific wooded area. Like, I could use $100, man. All right, we'll set up the flight. You're gonna spend the next 5 days fucking flying for $100. F3 for the 3. Not sure if New Jersey is super common, even though I've been here for 8 years. The thing is that outside my house there was a skunk and her baby. It walked right into my house. A skunk walked into your house. XYZ, Binish, and Gravity for the sub. Fish for the 3. Take a peek at the game. Paint the town red. Send it in the game suggestion tab on Discord. ! Discord. Mods within the Discord link. Do you have any videos you want me to react to or games you want me to play? Video suggestion tab, game suggestion tab. That's how I find most of the videos that I watch the games that I play. Resk for the 3. ZZ and Greek for the 3. Have you seen Crocodile Dundee? No. Insert in Belgian for the sub. Max for the 3. Woke up. It's 10:29 for me. Wow. Max, thank you for the 5 fucking gifteds, by the way. I'm sorry I missed that shit. Like to get a sub. Thank you for the fucking 5 gifteds. STFU for the sub. F3 for the 3. I had a 2K pen. I was dead cooked. Looked at the sunset in the park at a baseball game. Felt unreal. Aussie and TTV A live for the sub. Tico for the 5. Red That Pig for the sub. All right, lock in.
Yeah,
react to a horror video. It's not a react day today, chat. We're watching this and then we're playing Killer Frequency.
I don't want us to be.
You want me to react to a video? Video suggestion tab. I love how I shout that out and then right after there's a kid that's like, could you watch a body cam video today? Video suggestion tab, dude. Jesus Christ.
Useless.
Game suggestion tab for gaming days. Could you play the new Courage the Cowardly Dog game?
We're gonna go try to find a table and some chairs.
But we didn't get very far before Chris got distracted.
Did we not know this
Could you watch the best Duke Dennis Riz moments?
was here? Jimmy!
Yeah?
I found a bike!
That looks like
I mean, they are random and entertaining, but it's also just like, dude, there's walking around in Miami talking to random people.
nice bike. Where'd you find that?
In here! This is the coolest abandoned city ever!
Having fun?
I am.
All right.
Slippery for the 3. Just hit a 225 PR on bench. Listening to AI version of you singing Counting Stars. Musu for the sub. Big for the sub.
Let's go.
How are we gonna get the water out of this? Oh, it's heavy.
The thought process is that this is a house.
Okay.
And what do people have in their house?
Tables
It's
and
just squatter's bike. Yeah, they just stole a squatter's bike.
chairs.
Exactly.
Wait, hold up. Look at this. Don't move.
Yes.
It's a chair.
Mark strong.
A little help here, Chan.
This bag of water is over 100 pounds. And so my buddy Mark, being the science YouTuber that he is, had an idea to get it down from the roof more effectively. But
don't worry, guys. I know we can get the water down.
Chan.
this bag of water
Imagine that's all the water they had, and they had like no contact.
is over 100 pounds. And so my buddy Mark, being the science YouTuber that he is, had an idea to get it down from the roof more effectively.
What did the rope tear? Oh yeah. He would have had to. I don't know why
Mark
he like kicked it off. He would have had to like fucking slowly release it.
But
Our rope broke. We need stronger rope.
what you're watching is real. Mark literally deleted half of our water.
Got some bad news.
Hurry up!
Hurry up!
The rope broke and all the water splattered on the ground.
This was actually a very serious problem.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's not. Like at the end of the day, they like. There's no way they set themselves up to where like if they ran out of water, they'd have nothing to do. Like they just call someone.
Don't worry, dude. We got one bag of water left.
Carry this one down, please.
And now that half of our water is actually gone, the only possible way to complete this 7-day challenge would unfortunately be to send 2 of us home. So Chris and Chandler volunteered to leave the city, leaving Mark and I with just enough resources to make it the full 7 days.
Genuinely, I would be scared if we left Jimmy with anybody other than you. I think you got it.
You guys.
But before they left, we wanted to have one final feast with the whole gang.
Now that
You know damn well Mark was like, "I'll leave. I'll get out of here."
Oh my gosh.
my hair. Yummy.
Great melting point on the chocolate, Jimmy, if I may.
If you've tried Feastables before, the ones that used to look like this, you haven't tried Feastables. Our brand new formula tastes so much better. Genuinely, go to Walmart, try Feastables, and tell me what you think.
It's honestly way better than the old formula, but don't take my word for it. I just worked at NASA, so.
the hell does that have to do with knowing how good chocolate is?
Well, I just had s'mores, so I can go to the boat now?
And so we launched a flare to signal the boat, which was actually pretty cool.
Bro, look
They're trying to get the fuck out of there. Can we dip?
The flare to
Just had the s'mores, Jimmy. Can I leave yet?
signal the boat, which was actually pretty cool.
Bro, look how cool that looks. Wait, it's lighting up the entire
Trying
city.
to go get on the game, Jimmy.
But the not cool part is now that Chris and Chandler are gone, it's just Mark and I surviving in this city.
I feel so lonely.
It's the first day without our friends, but we're gonna make the best of the situation. Our objective for today is to upgrade our shelter. We're gonna put up tarps and windproof this room. We're gonna build a fireplace in here and heat it up. We're gonna find shelves and tables. We're gonna make this place look like a home.
With some of the ideas we have planned, I might stick around till day 14.
He's lying. And so we started exploring some nearby buildings to find furnishing for our shelter, which is when we found this awesome shelf, this little table, a massive carpet, and also this metal thing that was found by our camera guy.
Whoa, look at this chair. That works still, man.
Don't they say our camera guy, but isn't that Jimmy's brother, or am I fucking crazy?
Bro, that's comf.
I found a fake TV. We can make it look like we have a TV now. It's a good find.
Wow, that's just
That's
so
not Jimmy's brother. It looks like Jimmy's brother.
cool. It's like
You're tripping? Dude. I gotta look this shit up. I just looked up Jimmy's brother on Google. Like, that's gonna show up. MrBeast brother. Not the fucking one that did YouTube for like a month and then quit. Doesn't he have another brother? I thought he did. God. Damn, I guess I'm crazy. Oh my god, it's because I've met the guy. I was gonna say, why do I fucking know him?
courtyard with the arches.
Holy shit.
Each building in this city has like its own personality.
What can we do with these?
We could use like a vent system like this, combined with these. We can make a fireplace. Wow, and like actual wallpaper.
We have
It's not Tariq. Tariq is fucking skinny and short. That guy had a beard.
wallpaper. What do we use it for?
To make the house a home, Jimmy.
It's like we went grocery shopping, but instead we grabbed a bunch of 30-year-old garbage. Honey, we're home. We found all this stuff. Now we're gonna start decorating.
We're no longer surviving, Jimmy. We're thriving.
I like that.
We literally spent the next 4
Tariq has a beard? Bro, not a fucking big one.
hours moving all of the rubble out of our shelter, which made us pretty thirsty.
The water in these sacks tastes like trash, which is why we all brought a Circle water bottle, because you can put a flavor cartridge in it and make water taste good.
This is my first time drinking a Circle bottle. Delightful experience.
You can determine the intensity. So if you're feeling really audacious, you can have level 9 flavor. Or if you're just a wuss, you can have level 1 flavor. Wanna try a 6?
6? I'll match your 6.
That tastes awesome.
Do you think that works the same as Air Up with air? Or do you think it actually has like calorie, like liquid flavor?
I'll match your 6.
That tastes awesome.
Which flavor are you using?
I would assume that looks more like a Gatorade flavor pod.
Rockin' Fruit Punch, because it's got energy. And you know what we need right now, Jimmy?
Energy.
That's right.
Good thing Circle has our back.
And now that we had been hydrated, it was time to start crushing these renovations. When everything's said and done, this room will be the greatest room in an abandoned city you've ever seen.
This is our new shelf.
All right, let's see how she looks. See that? See how that does? Oh, isn't that satisfying? And now that the shelf is clean, we can use it to store food. For some reason, over half—
Oh, we could use it to store our canned chili and our chunky tortilla mix. Yeah, more canned chili.
the food we packed is chili, and no one here likes chili.
That's the non-chili row. That's the chili row. This is the Feastables row, right there.
Now we have a table.
I just get fat as shit on this fucking trip, dude. I just eat Feastables. I would simultaneously do a fucking can I survive off of just Jimmy's chocolate bars challenge.
to put our Circle water bottles.
Mark has a 22-ounce bottle. This is the 32-ounce bottle.
And they have a metal double insulated bottle that you could get for free right now if you buy 10 flavor cartridges.
What a steal.
No, it's not a steal, it's free.
Oh. All right.
That's gonna block a lot of wind.
And with our new door in place, we also hung up this huge tarp, which will allow us to keep all the heat from the fireplace inside our shelter.
Oxygen comes in, fire burns.
Wouldn't it also... Okay, no. I was going to say, is this what they're doing to get rid of the smoke? Because if they block the room in and just light a fire, isn't it going to get fucking really smoky in there?
Sends heat in the room, sends smoke out. This is redneck engineering at its finest.
And finally, after being cold for so long,
All right,
Look at that. And we have a fire.
I can feel the heat coming out.
Wait, Jimmy rigged this up with like ruins from an abandoned city.
Anyway, go to drinkcircle.com/MrBeast.
Or scan the QR code on his face if you want to order a circle right now. This is the final room. We have Planty in the corner. We have our beds that are now smaller. Tell me this isn't genius. This is Mark's iPad in the TV frame. Obviously some nice lighting, a furnace that is heating up the room, a real table with chairs, and a shelving unit with the scraps of food we have left, and the dirty towel we've been sharing. This is survival.
But just as our night was going so well, for the 5th day in a row, we heard broken glass.
Mark,
I'm right
I mean, dude, it really might just be wind.
here, dog.
What was that?
Man, we were having such a good day, too.
I want to go see who's upstairs. I'm carrying the knife as a threat, but I'm not going to use it. Hey, if you're up here.
I would 100% use it. If somebody lunged out in front of me, I'm fucking shanking them. They better... I would announce, I have a knife. You better announce yourself, because if you jump scare me, I will fucking club you to death.
Just come out. I want to be best friends with you. Are you serious you're not pranking me?
Bro, I swear to you, it was not me.
Hello? What is this?
What? Oh my gosh.
This is the most Mark Rover thing I've ever seen. What the heck?
Wait,
you
what is
swore.
So turns out Mark was pranking us, and he was the one dropping bottles this whole time.
I've got a remote control here. When no one suspects it, I can put it in my sleeping bag. And I can start launching glass bottles from the roof, freak everyone out.
Oh my gosh. I thought I could trust you.
Boom.
Now that Mark's not pranking me, we re-rigged his contraption. Feast knows me. Here you go.
I'll take one.
I got one as well. That's kind of cool.
Do you think Feastables will be a thing when Jimmy stops YouTube? I mean, that was kind of a dumb question, because do you think Jimmy will ever stop YouTube? I feel like that mother... At some point, he's got to be like, I'm done, bro, you know? Like, he definitely does YouTube way longer than me. Just, even regardless of whether or not I fucking fall off or quit, like, he definitely fucking... He rocks YouTube another decade. Surely. But I'm like, do you think he'll ever quit? I don't know. I could low-key see Jimmy having, like, a kid and then passing it down to his child. You know? Like an infinite loop of just PewDiePie quit. PewDiePie also just is a different YouTuber. PewDiePie is like me. Like, PewDiePie made gaming content and a few vlogs and, like, just base shit. Jimmy does, like, production value stuff. Even if he quits, I think his channel will get passed down to somebody else. Like, you know how... does anybody here watch, like, Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy? Like, when the host of Jeopardy died, they slowly phased somebody in, but they kind of had to quickly do that. Wheel of Fortune, they're going to have a new host. Like, I feel like it's just going to get passed down. Whereas, like, somebody else will take Jimmy's spot. And I don't know who that would be. But I could foresee 10 years from now, Jimmy having, like, a younger guy that he, like, slowly phases into, like, the figurehead. But Jimmy still kind of makes all the profit. I don't know. I just don't think Jimmy's going to rock this until he's, like, 60. Even though he loves YouTube, I just couldn't foresee somebody doing it that long. Cheeto and Moises for the sub. Bob for the 3. Just watch a VOD and you were twerking because Socks for 1 donated 3K. Braxton for the sub. Slippery for the 3.
To be honest, it was pretty easy.
One of the crew, well, they're his age, so it wouldn't make sense to pass it down to somebody that's the same age as him. You know? I mean, he is still fairly young, though. People forget that Jimmy's, like, 26. How old is Jimmy? 25, maybe? Yeah, 25. He was born in 98, so he's, like, 3 years old. He's, like, 4 years older than me.
Easy to forgive Mark because we only had 1 day left in the challenge.
Good morning.
Good morning, Abandoned City!
He said when he dies, he will record a video of the boys putting their hand on his coffin, and the last one to remove wins the channel. Yeah, that's if he dies at, like, 25. You're 21? No. But he was born in May of 98. I'm 22. I just turned 22. But he's 25, but he turns 26 in, like, 2 months. Whereas I just turned 22. So, for the majority of the year, he's 4 years older than me. Cheeto for the sub. How are the bike tires blown up?
I'm gonna go look for a table.
Okay. Hey! Abandoned City! Abandoned City!
It's so much colder out here than it is in there.
Let's go back!
It's now the morning of day 6. All the
Damn, Unk's 22. He's old. I would not say Jimmy's old. I would still say Jimmy's like the average YouTuber age. The majority of YouTubers are fucking like probably like 20, 28. I would say, but I mean, I'm relating it more so to Twitch streamers, but Twitch streamers are old, dude. Twitch streamers are much older than you think they are. Hassan's 32. Jimmy looks 30, I would say. He does not look his age. Yeah, he looks older.
modifications we did were phenomenal, and it was at least 10 degrees warmer. That was amazing.
Slept incredible.
Mark, on our last real day, I say we go have some fun.
Yeah! Jimmy, is that a kayak?
I know what we should do with it.
He aged 10 years from stress. I also think it's his facial hair, man. A lot of 30-year-olds have that beard. I think if Jimmy shaved his face, he'd look like 18.
Whoa! Let's throw things off the roof at the same time! Great idea!
To be honest, doing all these kind of dumb things really did take our minds off of how lonely the city really was. And by the time the final day of this challenge arrived, after cleaning up camp, we only had one objective in mind. Leaving this place and never coming back.
Huge shout out to Mark. He didn't have to do this. He has his own channel. He's very busy. Here's his channel. I appreciate you. And let's get out of here.
Let's go!
By the way, I'm giving away $10,000 a day every day for the next 15 days to random people who buy our new Feastables bar. Go buy the new formula. It tastes amazing.
How do you, what is it, like a golden ticket? Kobe for the sub, Eason for the 3. MrBeast is gonna go until he can't do it because of his health, because he loves giving back. Jack and Cheeto for the sub. I think he loves giving back, but I also think he just likes making videos. I think it's, like, Jimmy has always wanted to be a YouTuber, and he makes an ass load of money, right? He gives back a lot, but he also, like, you know, is foreseeably set forever now. But, I mean, that would also be, like, he just likes making content and shit now, because, realistically, if Jimmy wanted to retire, he could, right now. Like, he could fucking never work again and live off of an obscene amount of interest. Like, he probably has, like, 50, 60 mil in the bank, easy. Maybe more. And on top of that, he has businesses that are going to generate passive income for the next 20 years. He couldn't? Yes, he could. You can reasonably retire with $2 million in the bank. It's not necessarily the safest play, but the average American makes $1.9 million in their entire life. $2 million in the bank, if you have it like a 5% interest rate and you're pulling around 5% per year, you could live off of that, right? At some point, it might become a problem, especially if you retire at a young age, because interest and fucking inflation, your money's going to get devalued. So realistically, if you're his age, you couldn't retire with like 2 mil, but if you're his age, you could retire with 50, because that's a lot. He has 3.6 mil. He has way more than that. He has way more than that. I think he gives a lot back to his business and his channel and donation and charities. He has way more than $3.6 million. Like, XQC is 5 times as small as him, and XQC has like 100 million. A-Rock for the 3. XQC also has a shitload of money from a kick deal, though. Let me compare it to, like, Hassan. Hassan, or, like, what's, like, another big YouTuber? Like, Markiplier. Like, I would say Markiplier is probably worth, like, anywhere between 50 and 100 million. It says, Celebrity Net Worth says his net worth's 45 million. People really Googled, is Markiplier a billionaire? A 10-year-old definitely Googled that. Being a billionaire is impossible as a YouTuber unless you're MrBeast. Like, I would say the only YouTuber that could feasibly ever be a billionaire is MrBeast. It says his net worth on Google is 54 million, but also keep in mind, any website that says somebody's net worth is probably wrong, because it's probably just some jackass making minimum wage that just fucking wrote up a genuine guess. Like, there's people that say my net worth is 100K, and there's people that say my net worth is 100 million. They're fucking stupid. Like, they have no idea how much you can make. You could literally probably factor that yourself. If you went on Social Blade and then factored in Twitch subs, you could, for almost any YouTuber, you could reasonably understand how much they make. Like, even for Jinxie. Like, if I wanted to fucking genuinely guess how much Jinxie makes a year, I don't know how much he makes on his Starforge sponsorship, but it's probably a lot. But Jinxie has 171,000 concurrent Twitch subs, which factors in times 3.5. I mean, it's probably times 2.5 because he only makes 100K off of 3.5. I would say he's at least making like fucking 400K, probably 400K a month. More than that. Almost 500K a month on Twitch subs. So that's 6 mil a year on Twitch subs. Plus probably 2 mil on YouTube. No, probably 1 mil on YouTube. He doesn't post on YouTube that much. I would say Jinxie probably makes anywhere between 10 and 20 million a year. Nisha for the sub. As the biggest Twitch streamer on the platform. You're pocket watching? I'm not pocket watching. People do the same thing for me. I would say Kai probably makes more than Jinxie. As weird as that is, I think Kai just has maybe more sponsor pool. I don't know. Like, you can factor in how much somebody makes off of Twitch subs and then Social Blade, but you can't factor in, like, sponsors or stuff like that, right? Like, you have no idea there. Like, Queso makes a lot, but Queso makes drastically less than Jinxie. Jinxie has gaming sponsors. Queso doesn't. And I think Jinxie is also sponsored by G Fuel. So he probably makes a lot there. I'm doing the math. Sorry, chat. I just love factoring that stuff in. But realistically, like, the top 10 Twitch streamers probably make anywhere between, like, 5 and 30 mil a year. The top 5 YouTubers probably make anywhere between, like, 30 and 100 million a year. Being a top 5 YouTuber is way more lucrative than being a top 5 Twitch streamer. Do you get taxed on donations? Yeah. For if you sub to me for $5, I make 3.5 off of that, and then I lose half of that 3.5 to taxes. I get taxed almost 50% per year of my income. I make a good salary. I'm not going to get into what I make per year, but I am in a very high tax bracket. And on top of that, New Jersey state tax is around 10.5%, and federal tax is 39%, right? Any big YouTuber or Twitch streamer you're watching, they're in the 39% tax bracket. The reason that a lot of other streamers make more than me, even if they're smaller than me, is because they also live in Texas. Whenever you see people move to Texas, they save that tax that they would get on state, right? Like, I'm paying a 10% state tax that people in Texas don't pay at all, right? So if I moved to Texas, I would pay 10% less in tax per year. That's why every fucking streamer you've ever heard of lives in Texas, right? And every YouTuber has a place of business in Texas, because if they live in Texas, they don't have to pay state tax, and they can claim all of this other shit, and they get way more money than from doing nothing, right? I'm moving to Texas now. Well, it's probably not going to help the average person. It helps people that can work anywhere, right? A-Rock for the 3. By any chance, did you get the chance to read my first bits? Coco for the sub, Nisha for the sub. Don't read it out loud.